quickly, I know we've done a lot of talking already tonight. Does anybody have any community events they'd like to mention? I know we have the Pickle Festival coming up.
November 23rd.
Thank you.
Rosendale, December 13th.
Yep.
Chili Bowl is the last Saturday in too far away.
There is a date for Rosendale.
Yeah, the
Oh,
13th.
you said it's the
Yeah.
13th.
12, 13, 14, the last repetitive number that you can have. So enjoy it.
Sing along Oliver Twist.
I also would like to welcome John Hughes. We missed you last week, but congratulations. And I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of last month's meetings.
There's just, I had Barbara shave, and it's Barbara shave, how long was she?
Which page is that?
It should be,
That's the second one.
I think it's in the events.
it's page one.
Are you guys gonna get microphones anytime soon?
When Marbletown moves in. This is Jean saving you money. So I'm not buying microphones when we have a town that has them and is gonna bring them in here.
Oh, so when is that likely to happen?
I don't know, hopefully soon.
So
Second Tuesday
You couldn't
next
bring the
week.
microphones up from the rec center.
No, I
they'll stay
can't, because
there.
they're
Yeah, they're wired.
installed in the
Oh, I
walls.
see.
So,
Great.
Can you second that? Roll vote, Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger?
Yes.
Councilman Kraslotsky?
Yes.
Councilman Ryan?
Yes.
Supervisor Wilt?
yes. Just one other thing, I can't remember if I mentioned this to everybody, but, there's we're trying to fact gather, veterans who have lost their life or gone missing in any war that were residents of Rosendale. The county is putting together a memorial, and everyone's name who was a veteran that lost their life in a war is going to be added to that. So we're kind of putting it out there to try to get those names compiled. So if anyone has anyone they'd like to send an email to us just to say who they are, we'd appreciate it. They're trying to put it together by November 30th.
Yes, and email me at rosendaletownClerk@yahoo.
Have you gotten anybody yet, Mandy?
Not yet.
We put it out to the veterans, our Legion, and we also asked the senior clubs and some of the other groups. But it would be nice if just everybody, you've got a grandfather, send his name in. Chris, do you want to start with your committee reports?
Sure. The Environmental Commission continues their work on the energy use assessment throughout town facilities. Minutes of their meetings are on file. The Justice Court, we have not received financial reports for the Justice Court this month. And that's all I have.
Okay.
Youth Commission, the meeting was canceled for this month because it was the night before election and everybody had something to do, so we canceled it. There was nothing really much going on. As far as the finances, we took in $69.39 on the clothing locker and $50 on the party for a total of $119.39 for the month for the youth. Once again, that clothing locker is really doing fantastic.
I put a lot of photos.
Water and sewer, we all know about what's going on with that, with the grants and stuff moving forward. As far as our October third quarter, the deposit for the water total was $49,924.47. Sewer was $40,129.24, with a grand total of $90,053.71. So that takes care of the water and sewer. As far as the highway department, we've completed the road repair, the repave of James Street. Jack Schneider's not even here, the representative of James Street.
He's down Gardner James.
Yeah. Bob and the crew are gearing up for, hopefully it's gonna be a mild winter, but plan for the worst and hope for the best. And I had mentioned before, I think salt, he said, has gone up 27%. So I think he'll be using a lot less in his mix. I know there's people that were concerned over the past about too much sand, but with that increase, I think you're gonna see it on the leaner side. Other than that, everything is running smooth. There was no meeting for the, help me, I just had a senior citizens
ZBA?
ZBA. There was nothing on the agenda, we had no meeting, and we took in 0. So we're not doing very good on the stocks there. And that completes it.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, I have, direct minutes are on file with the town clerk. Direct department for the month of November took in $2,684.16. The town clerk reports $5,348.77 for the month of November, for October. And the building department reports $2,270 taken in for the month of October. I'd also like to report that this past weekend was the food drive at the pantry, sponsored by the local Boy Scouts, and it was a great success. And I just want to extend my thanks to everybody involved, the Boy Scouts. Just the Rosendale Food Pantry took in over 3,000 pieces of food items on Saturday. So that's
Sure. The post office picked up my bag. Were they supposed to? The postal lady, when I put my bag out, she came and took my bag.
Her
and
kid's is a kid in Boy Scouts?
I don't know. I don't know.
would that have been
Was it Ian?
any more than
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she.
Okay, good.
I'm
Yes.
sure she
Because I saw
delivered
she
it.
drive
I think
by
it was
and
white
she
bags
just
and
took
yellow
my
bags.
food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
She was just hungry.
Right, that's what I was gonna say, and good treats and.
And that's it.
The dog control took in $277 this month, busy dog month. The police department took in $20, does that sound right?
Yep.
He could vouch for it. And the transfer station, took in $4,687.38, $154.50 of that was bowel deposit. I didn't get a report from planning because Leslie was out, but maybe.
We had a lot line, the subdivision we finalized.
Oh, well, I could give that report,
All right.
but the financial.
Oh, I have no idea either. Listen.
Oh, okay. So I'm not sure what we took in financially,
We can do
but,
it next month.
but yeah, there was, but you can correct me if I get any of this wrong. There was a conditional approval, right, of the Pine Manor subdivision?
Yes, and they
Minor
probably
right. On, conditional upon,
getting the wetlands, which they did, and then
Right.
their maps were
And
signed, and they're waiting for weather to be appropriate.
right, and a road maintenance agreement, right,
Yeah.
right. And then the Dietz Minor subdivision, let's see, and that was approved.
Yeah, there was a subdivision that was approved, and they erased the lot line, and then just went back and reinstated it, so it was fairly
Right.
simple.
Right.
Financial report, in the general fund, $527,126.65. In highway, $463,945.77. In capital highway, $83,874. In capital, $70,114.55. In rec sub, $24,590.21. In capital rec, $791.63. In light, $6,552.54.
I want to remind you that American Pickers comes on at 10 o'clock, so
You better put on your record
I
button.
really want to be out of here.
Shouldn't have talked so much during
You're right.
Thank you, thank you, Dennis.
You're right, Mr. K, you're absolutely right.
We have some appointments and resignations to take care of. I regret to accept the motion to accept the resignation of Robert Roddy as court officer.
Second with regret.
He is staying on as safety officer, training officer,
Excellent.
but he's not going to be able to work his schedule around his job for staying on as court officer.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett,
Yes, with regret.
Councilwoman Metzger,
Yes, with regret.
Councilman Prislavsky,
Yes.
Councilman Ryan,
Yes, with regret.
Supervisor Wall,
Yes. And I'm going to turn the floor over to our Chief Soul. I'd like to introduce some.
Good evening. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at Billy going, how am I gonna explain the guy with the ribbons on his glasses? To my 3 new officers, so, right, exactly, so. It's kind of awkward in here with no podium really, so I'll just stand here.
We got a podium if you want one, just no
No,
microphone.
that's all right. I wanted to introduce Patricia Vincent, Richard Carlson, and Christopher Heiming. They're going to be my new hires. They come with some experience. Patricia's new, so she'll be starting off fresh as a police officer. Rich works in the town of Saugby, so he's going to join us with experience there. And Chris works for me in the sheriff's office. So I'm going to be happy to have all 3 of them on board, and this will bring me up to staff since I've lost people and lost the full-time spot and everything. So I'm asking for the board's support in hiring them. You have their salaries in front of you, what it's going to be. So again, here's my new folks, and we're up to, should be up to snuff. Hopefully I won't have to come back for a while.
Okay.
I hope.
I second the motion for the hires.
Just one
Well, like-
question. Are you, is Patricia gonna be like in a patrol car and doing?
I hope so, because our horses aren't working.
You know, well,
Yes, of course.
I just think $8 an hour is really not
It's a
sufficient. I
different,
can't.
it's a different situation.
All right.
It's a contractual situation that perhaps the chief can explain it to you, but I agree with you.
Yeah, no,
Service,
because I see
it's a contractual situation.
the
Right.
2 other officers there,
And it's
salaries
all based
double.
upon because Patty hasn't gone to school yet.
Okay.
So while she's in school contractually, and then once she's trained, then she goes up. Has nothing to do with who she is, it's what
Okay.
she has.
Just wondering.
She has to be an indentured servant.
It's the same for everyone, and they have a contract, so, you know,
Okay.
everybody's treated the same.
I know, but just,
Free, you
you're
know
gonna
me
be
better than
protecting our Rosendalians, $8 an hour.
And
that's
she won't be
right.
by herself for
Alright.
quite some time. so.
All right.
So I'd like to make a motion to hire Richard Carlson as part-time police officer at $17.45 per hour.
Second that.
we're doing them separately.
I'm gonna read them separate, and then we can do both.
It's my department.
I'm proud to say Richard played football with my son in the little year of Kingston High School, and we took out Newburgh. So he's a great tackle.
You can second.
Come on, Bob, clock's
Did you already second it?
Oh, I second.
Go ahead, Mandy, do the roll vote.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger.
Yes.
Councilman Prislavsky.
Yes.
Councilman Ryan.
Yes, welcome aboard.
Supervisor Wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to hire Patricia Vincent as part-time police officer at $8 per hour.
Second that one too.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger.
Yes.
Councilman Prislavsky.
Yes.
Councilman Ryan.
Yes.
Supervisor Wall.
And I'd like to make a motion to hire Christopher Himinek. Hymick
Yep.
as part-time police officer at $18.45 per hour.
I'll
Second.
second.
Sorry, you go ahead.
No, I'll second that one.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger.
Yes.
Councilman Prislavsky.
Yes.
Councilman Ryan.
Yes.
Supervisor Wall.
Yes.
Welcome.
could you make them shoot out the back till we're done?
So next is sad to say, I have to ask a motion to accept the resignation of Dennis Kate from the Economic Development Commission. And I would just like to say how much I appreciate all the hard work that Dennis has done for the town of Rosendale. He's been on the, I don't know how many years you've been on the commission.
Since Bob Gallagher
Long time.
we started
Long
it.
time, and he also was a big part of our New York Rising Committee and did a lot of work for farmers market, and we thank you very much for all your hard work for the town. And you're always welcome to come back anytime you're interested in coming back to put time in with the town. So.
Or you might want to play bridge.
Play bridge anyway.
Does
I
anyone
didn't
want
give
to
it up
second
during
that?
the years I was
Unfortunately?
there.
I'll second that with regret.
Okay. Don't fight, guys.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett,
Yes, with regret. Dennis, thank you for everything that you've done for this town, and I know that you're going through a rough time right now, and I only hope that as we move forward, you'll find it in you to come back and help us out again, because anything you involve yourself with is top class, and you're a top class person. Thank you.
And we consider you a friend, too.
I know.
Councilwoman Metzger,
Yes, with regret.
Councilman Kozlowski,
Yes, with regret, and just want to note that I appreciate the work that we've done together.
Councilman Ryan,
Yes, and thank you very much for everything you do for the town.
Supervisor Walsh.
Thank you, Ken, Dennis. It's been a pleasure working with you.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the resignation of Paul Costa from the Environmental Commission.
I'll second that.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger,
Yes, with regret.
Councilman Kozlowski,
Yes, also with regret.
Councilman Ryan,
Yes, with regret.
Supervisor Walsh.
Yes, with regret, I just want to mention that Paul resigned because his job was, he could not work it out with his job for meetings, and he's having a problem with that, so,
I should have explained that.
yeah, I
Thank
think he
you.
probably already explained that.
He
to
did
the
explain to
commission.
the commission.
Yeah.
It was a work conflict, a long-standing work
Yeah,
conflict.
he finally could not work it out any longer, so.
I'm going to make a motion to appoint Brandon Walsh as an alternate to the planning board. Brandon comes to the planning board with an architecture degree, a BS in architecture and a minor in planning, so I think it will be a definite plus to the planning board as an alternate.
I'll second that.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger,
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski,
Yes.
Councilman Ryan,
Yes, welcome aboard.
Supervisor Walsh.
I'll abstain.
Really?
Because you got her here?
Next, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Brianna Ligon to the Economic Development Commission.
Who's that? Oh, I second.
We're being polite.
Can we just?
Oh, you're being
discuss
polite?
for a
We're trying to
second?
do-
Sure.
What's going on here?
First of all, I think, Dennis, you might be the best person to give information on this. How many vacancies are there in the economic?
Well, Amber Kelly and Coleman Johnson and Thomas Shanley are on it. Amber is technically an alternate, but she should probably move up to,
Right. So that's what I was gonna say, because we
Is
had
there another
appointed her
opening?
as, and there's still one more
there'd still be
opening.
one more opening.
And
That
we
would-
actually
With
have.
Brianna, it would be 4.
Okay.
Right, and we have one more application. Ted Dixon had put one in. I'm happy. I think Brianna would be a great addition to there, but I would want to make a motion to make Amber the other permanent member and make Ted Dixon an alternate.
Just to have that application.
He turned one in like months ago.
You know, somebody said that, but I don't remember seeing it. Do you know if there's an application in for him?
I have to double check.
I I mean, I could say, how about if we make a motion contingent on there being an application on file?
Okay.
So let's finish this one.
So Judy Rakowski is
So you
not
s-
a member.
Who?
No, she's not. She may not have formally withdrawn, although I believe I spoke with her months and months ago. She said she would formally withdraw, but she is not a member.
She's not a
It's
member.
Unless she's changed her mind, that I don't know.
No, she resigned,
She did resign, okay.
So we have a second.
because one of these guys got appointed and she resigned.
Well, that's one of the reasons Amber couldn't, at the time, it was bumping up against,
Yeah.
that's why she was not an alternate, was an alternate, but she should be a full member now.
Okay, so let's finish the one we're working on. Do we have a second?
Yes.
Yes.
Roll call now.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger?
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski?
Yes.
Councilman Ryan?
Yes,
Supervisor Wall?
Yes.
welcome.
Well,
Yay!
I think Brianna's a good fit. She's involved with Pickle Festival, the Street Festival, Farmers Market, and I think that, she has some good ideas about things that will help boost our local economy, so. Welcome, thank you. And,
Yeah, we like her anyway.
do you want to do that change now for the, we have an opening, so we can make a motion to appoint
Amber Kelly.
Amber Kelly,
As a permanent member.
as a permanent member. And you said Ted Dixon as
As an
an
alternate.
Is it an off or?
contingent on there being an application on file.
I know, because he asked me. to
If
turn
not,
it
we'll
in.
have to push it off to next month, I just don't,
So Amber Kelly and Ted Dixon?
yes. Well, Amber Kelly can automatically get moved up, she's already a member.
So can we make a motion on that?
Yep,
Just did.
I'll
We
second
just
it.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm still waiting.
Want to get one in here? I love those glasses.
I do too.
4 turns a day, he has to explain them.
How was your peripheral vision with them rascals
The
on?
thing is, we can see so little of Billy. Between the ribbons and the hat and the.
It's part of his disguise.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger?
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski? Sorry.
Kozlowski.
Pro who?
Blah, blah.
Sure.
Okay,
Councilman
sorry.
Chris.
Councilman Ryan?
Yes.
Supervisor Walsh?
Yes.
It's hard saying them over and over again in a row. I was bound to mess up sooner or later.
Okay, motion to appoint Joan Jordan to the Environmental Commission.
She left.
I'll second that.
I'll third it. But you can't third it.
You just did.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger?
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski?
Yes.
Councilman Ryan?
Yes.
Supervisor Walsh?
Yes.
Okay, and finally, a motion to appoint Laura Keating to the Environmental Commission.
I'll second that.
You did.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger?
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski?
Yes.
Councilman Ryan?
Yes.
Supervisor Walsh?
Yes.
I gotta take my thinking.
So this is, the next resolution, it would be great.
What's that?
It would be great.
Did we do one last week?
Yeah, we did one last week.
The one, was the first, the second one was the total 500. So resolution 11, 2014, agree. A resolution of the adoption of the 2015 High Falls Water District budget, whereas a duly publicized public hearing regarding the town of Rosendale 2015 High Falls Water District budget was held on November 5th, 2014. Now therefore be resolved that said budget, I'm going to cross out as amended because that was a mistake. After public hearing, a copy of which is attached here to me, a part hereof is adopted by the town board of the town of Rosendale as the official 2015 budget for the High Falls Water District.
I'll second.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger?
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski?
Yes.
Councilman Ryan?
Yes.
Supervisor Walsh?
Yes. Resolution 11, 2014-4, adoption of the 2015 budget, whereas a duly publicized public hearing regarding the town of Rosendale 2015 preliminary budget was held on November 5th, 2014. Whereas the town of Rosendale must fund the cost of increase in healthcare adjustments to the New York State Retirement Fund, additional staffing, and the increase in the Bloomington Fire District contract. And whereas the governor of the state of New York has requested that towns keep their budget under 2% or the cost of living at 1.56%. Whereas the town budget department has worked to keep the budget under the above. And whereas the town of Rosendale has found ways to share services for additional savings. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Rosendale and County of Ulster is hereby authorized to adopt the budget for the fiscal year 2015. Be it further resolved that said budget, as amended after such public hearing, a copy of which is attached hereto and made a part hereof, is adopted by the town board of the town of Rosendale as the official 2015 budget of the town of Rosendale.
I'll second that.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger.
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski.
Yes.
Councilman Ryan.
Yes.
Supervisor Wilt.
Yes. Resolution 11-2014-5. Resolution for delinquent water and sewer levies. Be resolved that the town board of the town of Rosendale hereby authorize that the 2014 delinquent payment list for all Rosendale water and sewer districts and the High Falls Water District residents in the town of Rosendale shall be submitted to the county of Ulster for inclusion on the 2015 tax levy.
I'll second that.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger.
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski.
Yes.
Councilman Ryan.
Yes.
Supervisor Wilt.
Yes.
Everybody's got that.
Go ahead. Didn't get
Man.
Last week, we talked about application for Barton Loguidice to submit a pre-development planning grant for the town of Rosendale's wastewater treatment plant improvements. So it's resolution 11-2014-6. Approval for Barton Loguidice to submit a pre-development planning grant, PPG, for town of Rosendale wastewater treatment plant improvements. Whereas Barton Loguidice of 10 Airline Drive, Suite 200, Albany, New York, 12205, has proposed the town of Rosendale to apply for a wastewater treatment improvement engineering study. And whereas pre-development planning grants are available through the United States Department of Agriculture to assist in paying costs associated with the development of an application for proposed wastewater project. And whereas the town of Rosendale is interested in doing a phased approach to wastewater treatment plant improvements, and whereas the town would like to take advantage of the USDA offering of pre-development planning grants, which will cover up to 50% of the cost of the preliminary engineering report. And whereas Barton Loguidice submitted a scope of work to address the necessary requirements for said grant described herein for a lump sum fee of $18,100. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Rosendale authorizes supervisors sign said agreement, which has been attached and made a part hereof.
I'll second that too.
Roll vote, Councilman Hassett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger.
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski.
Yes.
Councilman Ryan.
Yes.
Supervisor Wilt.
Yes. Now, our EFA application required that we have an agreement specifically for this project for the water. That's the Environmental Facilities Corp. For the water funding. We need to have a contract with our legal counsel and with our bond counsel that specifically details this project. So I did not get Mary Lou's draft for that, but I'd like to get the board to approve that since it's due by Friday.
You gotta have one without the other anyway, so.
So, Resolution 11-2014-7, agreement for legal services relating to EFC applications for water system improvement project, whereas the town of Rosendale has applied for and is eligible for financing for the Drinking Water State Revolving Fund for the water system improvements project, whereas the town of Rosendale has a need for legal counsel for bonding and legal counsel for contracts to support the water system improvement project application, DWSRF 18111, and whereas Barton Loguidice is assisting the town through the application process, and whereas the town will be using Mary Lou Christiana for legal counsel, and Thomas E. Myers of Orrick, Harrington, and Sutcliffe LLP for this. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Rosendale authorizes the guys who signed said agreements.
I'll second.
She won.
Chris and I want a
I
second.
won.
We want a second.
All right, the ladies, all right, there we go. I don't care, it doesn't matter to me, I don't care. Give it to Jen.
I had
Every other time I try to speak, I call, so I'm just gonna, I'll make up next month.
We can just, go like this.
Excuse me, I still have to do roll vote. Roll vote, Councilman Hassett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Metzger?
Yes.
Councilman Kozlowski?
Yes.
Councilman Ryan?
Yes.
Supervisor Walsh?
Yes. Call you crispy.
All right, let's pay some bills.
I have a question.
Yes,
Who do you think is fixing the clock?
Both sides.
Carl took care of that. Yay!
Yeah.